Hey everybody, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, my name's Mark and my channel is JYDOG, and it's all about messing around with campers and projects and trucks and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen my channel, I've been working on this 2010 F-150, and I've taken it from a kind of a work truck to kind of a daily driver, and upgraded the rear springs, the front struts, put different wheels on it, kind of dressed it up a little bit and made it usable. In my last video, I left my viewers hanging. Sorry guys, and sorry it's been so while since I put a video out, but it's been so rainy here and I'm trying to get things done. But I'm going to explain about why this is sitting in my driveway. This is a 2010, same as this truck, and as nice as it looks and everything, it's got almost 300,000 miles on it. The reason I bought this, I wasn't intending on buying this. I was on my way to pick up this truck topper right here. I found a really good deal on that, and on the way, I had set up to look at this other truck over here, and I was just going to go take a look at it. And I didn't figure much with 300,000 miles on it. I didn't think it was going to be worth looking at. I thought it was going to have all kinds of issues. But when I went and looked at this truck, and it was in the rain and it was at night, I drove it, and it drove like amazing, like so much better than my 4.6. Way more power. Just so many things about it made me just go ahead and, like, it wasn't much more than I paid for the XL, the single cab. It's double cab. I mean, it's really clean inside. A lady owned this before. Wasn't really ragged on, although they have used it in the mud, because if you get up underneath this thing, you can see that, you know, it had quite a bit of red mud in here, so they've been down some dirt roads or something. But it's got the FX4 package on it. It's got four-wheel drive, which my XL model does not have four-wheel drive. I like the wheels on it. I like the white bumpers, and it's also got the locking rear differential in it, which I planned on upgrading this to locking rear differential. I was going to go without, forego the four-wheel drive, but this truck's already got it. It's got a clean interior. It's got electric seats in it already, meaning that I can swap my leather electric seats right in here. I'll probably have, a few problems with memory or something, but these seats really don't even need to be replaced. But this truck right here, I picked it up for about $500 more than I paid for that truck right there. I think they wanted the money to go trade in and buy another vehicle, so I got a really good deal on this. And now, I know after all that work I just did to that truck, it's up for sale. I'm going to ask probably $5,900 with the top on it, and I'll probably knock, $500 if somebody doesn't want the top. I'll knock, $500 off it. So, anyway, that's the story on this truck. Saved me a lot of work. Of course, with 300,000 miles on it, I'm expecting to have issues before long, but I was able to tow that truck back on a U-Haul trailer, and that's probably like 7,000 pounds right there, and I could not even feel it behind this truck. So it's got good road manners. It does need some shocks on it big time, because it with that extra weight on it, you could feel it. I don't think the rear springs are quite as heavy as the 8,200 pound springs I put in the other F-150, the other the regular cab. But I have made up my mind to drive this truck for a while. I've been driving this because I had a full tank of gas in it, so I've been using it and drove that out, and then I'm going to start using this truck. Okay, which presents another problem, because the only camper I have now is the four-wheel pop-up camper I've been working on. Well, it's been sitting in my backyard. Hadn't really been working on it because of the weather, but I plan to work on it. And it's a Grand V. It's an 8-foot slide-in pop-up camper. The problem is now I have a 5.5-foot bed. The ad said that this was a 6.5-foot bed, and I thought this camper over here, which is for a 6.5-foot bed, would fit on this truck. But when I went and picked it up, I realized I've got a 5.5 foot bed here. So that's not gonna work. That camper would be halfway sticking out the back of this. So, that presents a problem as far as using that camper. If I want to tow something with this, this is great. If I just end up with a trailer and I don't want to, you know, put it in the back. But I like this truck for right now. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to sell the other one. Even though I really like that truck. I hate getting rid of either one of them, but there's no use in having stuff in the yard I can't use. Which doesn't make any sense, because I think I've solved the problem with the pop-up camper. And it's cheaper than a trailer. I thought about putting the pop-up camper on a trailer and I could tow it around, and you know, it's kind of goofy to do that. But this came up. It's a 2004 F250 with a 5.4 2-valve motor in it. And this actually was cheaper than I could buy a trailer and set the camper on. So it's beat up pretty bad, but that's okay, because I only paid $1,000 for this thing. It's got a nice, it's like almost a 300,000 mile truck, but the interior's not ripped up. The outside, you know, you can pretty up the outside pretty much, but the seat's in good shape. Needs to be cleaned up. It's got a cracked windshield. That's a $200 windshield there. But the good thing about it is it's got the 5.4 in it, the 2-valve. It's not the original engine. This is, they said 130 to 150,000 mile, and it runs like it. I mean, I haven't found anything wrong with it yet. The reason I picked this truck up so cheap, besides 300,000 mile, you know, chassis on its 2-wheel drive, I want it to be 4-wheel drive, and there is a way to convert this to 4-wheel drive. You know, come across the right parts. May do that eventually, but right now, anyway, let me get back to the point. The reason I was able to pick this up so cheap is it's got a problem. The dash gets no power, and it keeps blowing fuses every time they put a new fuse in, and it runs and everything, but there's something. Anyway, there is a problem with this year truck, or around this year truck, and I think it has something to do with the overdrive, they said, or it could be some wiring in here is getting chafed and grounding out, and it's causing it to blow fuses. So today I'm going to see about how quick a fix this is, and that's one of the reasons I got this truck so cheap, and just see if I can fix it and increase the value of it. So let's see what we can do. Boy, I got a big mess here. I just want to say one thing. Diesels are expensive, because with the proceeds from me selling the diesel conversion truck, I did the Cummins swap. I was able to purchase this truck, that truck, with the top and the mods I did to it, and this truck, and the Lightning engine. I don't know if you guys seen from the previous video, but I've got a 2003 Ford Lightning engine, and with the proceeds from selling that other truck, I was able to purchase 3 trucks and a Lightning engine, and that's about even right there with what I got from that truck. Another reason that I looked for this year truck is this 2-valve engine, 5.4, and its cable actuated throttle, where the newer trucks like that up there, those are electronic throttle. And if I want to swap that Lightning engine into anything, it's much easier to go in this year truck, because this is it's closer to the same year model. And the Lightning motor, as most of you probably know, it's in a mechanical throttle linkage. Yeah, diesels are just expensive. They're awesome, but they're expensive. Yeah, it's got AC, heat, and the whole bit, so just got to fix this part. I'm going to have to get a wiring diagram. Figure out where the chafing is for the wiring. I think this wire is what they're referring to right here, but I don't see any chafing yet, unless it's associated with it. What is that? It's unplugged. All right, could have picked a better day to do this, that's for sure. But I read up on this a little bit, and it's a common problem that the overdrive switch, the little wire here has a short in it somewhere back in here, shorts out, and then causes fuse 45 somewhere up in here to blow. Power to it. Let's see if the fuse is blown without having to pull it out, I guess. You guys will be able to see this. So what I believe has happened here is a common problem with this year truck is this overdrive switch rubs against the column up here. The wiring's too tight, and it shorts out this circuit 46 or 40. Shoot, I think it's 45. Circuit 45 right here, which turns out to connect the dash, all the gauges and everything through this wire, this red and yellow wire right here. And easily you can just replace the fuse and it'll be okay. Of course, you got to locate where the short's coming from, which I need to dig in there and do that. But what has happened in this instance is I'm getting power down here through the fuse, but it's not coming out to the wire here. And this wire is supposed to be hot. So basically the fuse block here is messed up. We've got to shorten the fuse block, and I don't really want to take this thing completely apart. I think I'd rather just go buy another one from salvage yard. But for the meantime, I'm going to see if I can put power to this wire right here and bypass the fuse block and see if I can make the dash work. So you can see so one down, probably about 100 more to go. Now this theory works, even though my battery's dead. We'll see if get anything out of it. There we go. We have gauges now. Oh, this thing only has 380,000 miles on it. Awesome. Good as new. Ooh, no gas either. For now, looks like we have a working cluster there.
Yeah, well, you gotta start it.
From my family to yours, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Your mom. Come on, we got to all say.
Just say it at the same time.
Yeah, right. We get this right many times around. All right. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas. All right, one more time. Just make it good. All right, you gotta make it fun.
I'm hungry.
From my family to yours,
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching my channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do for future updates. Remember, build it, don't buy it.